Skoda is about to launch its new fully electric 5 or 7 seat SUV. It's over my shoulder. It's called the Skoda Peaq, and in this video we're going to take you for an early first drive of it, tell you everything you need to know about it from a technical standpoint, and give you a little bit of a sneak preview of what it's like inside. So stay tuned. Let's start with the design. Now, I know you're going to say, hang on Dave, we can't see a whole lot of design. And yes, that is true, but there are a few things we can tell you about. First of all, in terms of overall size, it's a little bit longer than the Skoda Kodiaq, and it does have a longer wheelbase, so that space between the front and the rear wheels is stretched, which means there's more passenger space inside. Now, the front is still all covered up, but what we can tell you is there's a bit of a kind of a T-shape design to the front lights. Obviously, being fully electric means that you don't have the same openings here. We do have it a little bit further down, and if you do look a little bit closely, you'll see here you have some diagonal air curtains, which allows air in through there to flow out then across the front of the wheels. Eagle eye amongst you might also notice something a little bit different about this front wheel arch, specifically this bit that sticks out. Now, it's not that part of it has come away and is missing. It's actually a little bit of an extended spoiler at the front. Again, all about improving this car's aerodynamics, because it is a big factor. Even though this is a large car, it's a big SUV, they are targeting a pretty efficient drag coefficient of 0.25 with this car. Even still, you don't get these slimline camera mirrors. You get proper old school door mirrors here. You do get flush fitting door handles here. They do pop out. Bit of a bone of contention at the moment in terms of certain markets, but they are a part of the car here. Now, a little bit harder to make out what we have on the side, but you do have a very large solid D-post here as well. And then we come around to the back of the car. There's a few other little aerodynamic tricks at play. You get very sharp cut-offs here where the lights are, which I guess maybe from around here start and wrap around the back. You get a large spoiler here. You do get a proper wiper on the back, and of course you get the usual electrically operated tailgate as an option on this as well. Obviously, the Peaq is aimed at families and those that need to lug a lot of stuff, and it is going to be capable of doing that. In the 7-seat configuration we have here, the cargo capacity when all seats are in use is 299 litres, which isn't too bad. It's better than a lot of other 7-seat SUVs that are out there. You can very easily fold down that third row, just like so, thanks to these little tabs, and they then fold flat and give you 890 litres of storage space. In the 5-seat version, you do get slightly more. You get 935 litres because of the fact that it doesn't have those rear seats, so you do get a slightly deeper boot. And if you do need even more space, well, you have these very handy levers here. Simply pull those and you can then drop down the middle row seats to give you even more cargo space. From launch, there's going to be 3 different models available in the Skoda Peaq. It starts with the Peaq 60. That has a 63 kilowatt hour battery. That's the entry point to the range, and has a driving range of 438 kilometers. That has a 150 kilowatt rear wheel drive motor, and all Peaqs are either rear wheel drive or all wheel drive. The mid level is the Peaq 90. This has a 91 kilowatt hour battery. That again is a gross capacity. It has a 620 kilometer driving range and has a 210 kilowatt power output. Then on top of that is the 90X. So it uses the same 91 kilowatt hour gross battery, but it has an all-wheel drive setup. So it has a motor on the front axle as well as on the rear axle, 220 kilowatt power output, and a slightly lower range of 613 kilometers. Again, pending final homologation. The top spec 91 kilowatt hour battery has a 200 kilowatt peak DC charge rate, which means it'll go from 10 to 80% in around about 28 minutes. And even though the smaller battery only has 165 kilowatt peak DC, it's still only about 27 minutes. So either way, you're looking at under 30 minutes to charge this from 10 to 80%, and all versions will get an 11 kilowatt AC charger as standard. One other little bonus that the Peaq has over all previous MEB vehicles is that it has a frunk for the first time. Ta-da! Okay, it's only 35 litres, but it's something that if you've had any of the previous Skoda electric vehicles, or indeed any other Volkswagen Group MEB product, you haven't had this space before, but now you have. And look at that, even though it's not the deepest thing in the world, there's plenty of room to put all your charging cables. Make sure that you're never going to get stuck when you're on the move. As this is a cover drive, we can't really show you a whole lot on the inside. You're going to have to wait until the world premiere later this year, but we can tell you a few things about it. First of all, it is roomy in here. There is a lot of space. I have a very comfortable seat, which is electrically adjustable in this particular car. Lots of usual movements up and down and all that, so that's fine. I have a manually adjustable steering wheel, which is very like what we've seen on all of the current latest crop of Skoda models, so no complaints there. There is a digital dashboard, I can tell you that much, and there is a touchscreen, I can tell you that much as well, but it's a little bit different to what we've seen in any Skoda to date, and I think it's a positive change as well. So we'll have to wait a little bit longer for that, but expect all the latest connectivity, all the latest online services, and a lot of scope for upgrades over time with this car through over-the-air updates, etc. All the tech is here, all the ADAS you'd expect is here, so all the latest safety equipment is going to be available in this car. There's even a head-up display here. Again, all the sort of things we would expect. After all, this is very much a flagship model for this brand, so expect all of the top-notch features you might want to see. There's also a lot of recycled materials inside. There will be a number of choices available in terms of color and trim options, so I think people won't have any issues there in terms of being able to choose stuff. And I do like that, I'm pleased to say, it isn't entirely button free in here. So Skoda has done the sensible thing. There is lots of nice proper buttons and some new takes on those buttons, but again, I'm sorry, you'll have to wait just a little bit longer before you can see all of those. Otherwise, yes, lots of space and storage for all your various bits and pieces. You can charge your phones all different ways, whether it's USB-C, wireless charging, all that kind of stuff. And there's a very large glass roof in here as well that has one neat trick. Again, wait a little bit longer and you'll get to see it all on CompleteCar.ie. Now, would you like to see what the rear seats are like? This is a car that's all about space, and yes, it has a lot of it. So I'm of average height, I'm 5'9", and I have mountains, see what I did there, of headroom available, but I also have tons of space in front. This driver's seat is set up for my driving position, so I'm effectively sitting behind myself, and I have tons of knee room. I have space underneath the seat in front, so I can stretch my feet out in front. That's great as well. And big windows as well, so lots of space here again. I know it's a bit hard to see with this camouflage wrap on it, but big windows, nice armrests, place to put a couple of drinks bottles in the door bins, and of course, charging options, rear vents, all the usual things you might want. This is obviously a fully electric car, so you do get a flat floor all the way across the back. There is the option of, you've seen it on other Skoda models, of having a little center divider on the floor for more storage. You can have that if you want, or of course you do have the usual obligatory fold down armrest, which has actually 3 cup holders in this as well. Other practical features for families, well, you get ISOFIX points on the 2 outer rear seats, and you also get ISOFIX points on the front passenger seat, and you can turn off the airbag very easily there as well. So our first test of the Skoda Peaq is an interesting one around a lot of the very narrow streets of Como and its surrounds. And one thing it does highlight is that even though this is a big car, it's relatively easy to place on the road, and you do have quite a good camera system and pretty generous mirrors as well, so maneuvering this thing even into a tight spot shouldn't be too difficult. So I don't think people will be too put off when they drive it initially. Also, as you might expect, it is very, very smooth. Power delivery is good. You can have obviously a choice of rear or all-wheel drives. The all-wheel drive is probably going to be of interest, especially for anyone who might do some towing or just wants the added confidence in bad weather or tricky conditions of having a dual motor to give you that little bit of extra traction. Now, it is so far a bit too early to give you a really accurate idea of what the real world range is going to be like in this car, because we are very much only getting a quick drive in it today, but I think most people won't really have that much of an issue with it at the moment, and I'm not sure it's fully calibrated, but we are showing around about 20 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers so far, and it's been mostly urban driving, so that's in line with what we'd expect from a car of this size and weight. And we do have 4 people on board as well, so no major complaints in that respect. Now, as I mentioned, there's plenty of power available in the Peaq. I don't think there's really any issue there, and delivery of that is actually pretty smooth, and also brake pedal feel is quite good. Now, although you don't get any paddles on the back of the steering wheel for adjusting the amount of regen, you do have a B mode, so if you do want to have a little bit more energy recuperation, you can do that. And the brake pedal feel itself is pretty consistent as well, so I think most people will find that they do have that little bit extra confidence with that as well. Steering's quite light. Again, it's what you would expect from a car like this, easy to place. It would be nicer if we got this out on a motorway to see what it's like at higher speeds, and also to see what that efficiency is like when this thing is pushing through the air at higher speeds. But then again, this is also a car that for a lot of people, they're buying it for the space it offers inside, and they're going to be doing their urban driving, their school runs, things like that. And as we've shown you earlier in the video, space inside, well, I think it's exactly what a lot of people are going to look for. And maybe people that looked at an Enyaq before and just wanted that extra space, well, the Peaq now offers that alternative and gives you that extra room inside to carry 7 people if you want. Now, while this is a pre-production car, it all feels quite well put together. All the sort of qualities that you'd expect that we've seen from Enyaq Coupe, those larger electric models from Skoda, all feel the same here. All the materials, although they're not the finished article of what people will get, are right up there with what we'd expect from the brand. And when we get to see the car fully uncovered, you'll get to see a little bit more of the detail inside and the differences that they've made compared to their current range of electric vehicles. And there is a little bit of what, if you cast your mind back to the original Vision 7S concept, which we do have a video of, by the way, on our channel, you will start to see some of the similarities that were previewed in that coming through to this final production car. So that's our first preview of the Skoda Peaq. It's very much a flagship model in terms of the amount of space it has, in terms of the offering inside, and also the powertrains available. This is only a first early drive, so we didn't get a chance to really explore the full capabilities, but on first impression, it seems to make a pretty good one. We'll have to wait until a little bit later on the year to give you the full verdict, but on initial first impressions, this is going to be a thing that could prove to be quite popular. Now, if you want to know more about the Skoda Peaq, do head over to our website. It's CompleteCar.ie. You'll find a link to it in the description below this video. It's a great resource for researching your next new car, as well as keeping up with all the latest car news. And we also have a great free weekly email newsletter. Just sign up for it on the site, and it goes out into your inbox, usually on Thursday or Friday, with a lot of exclusive content that you'll see first in your inbox before it appears on the website. Thanks for watching.